Howdy y'all, Fast Force 289, welcome back. In this video, I'll be working on my 1972 351 Cleveland that I'm building for my 76 Ford truck again. So let's go ahead and take a look and show you what I'm working with today. What I'm going to work on today is getting this restrictor plate here out for the thermostat. What this does, it restricts the flow of water so it'll cool properly, but the problem is these Clevelands have a distinct specific thermostat that they use with a hat or a cup on it or whatever you want to refer to it as. Sleeve, and it goes down in there and it seals it off. Well, we're going to eliminate this setup. You can do this on a 351 Cleveland, but not the 400 and not the 351M, because the 400 351M is casted like that in the block. These are actually brass in the block, so you can pop this out and pop a new one in, or pop in what I bought. Okay, so this is what I bought. This is a special restrictor plate designed to run the stock standard 351 Windsor 302 289 thermostat, because they're easier to get. It's harder to find this specific thermostats for these Clevelands. So this right here allows you to use just a standard stock small block, like I said, Windsor 302 289 thermostat. So they're easier to find. Okay, so this here is your part number if you want to order one too. I ordered it from a place called IPS. I ain't never really heard of them, but they seem to have good stuff so far. So there's the part number for that. This is what it's under, a Pantera thermostat block-off plate. And you can see what it cost. So not too bad. So first things first, we got to get that restrictor plate out of this block. So one more thing is, these are brass. If you want to save yours, you have to work at it. I really don't care about saving mine because I'm not going to use it anymore. And you can buy new brass ones from West Coast Classic Cougar or Tim Meyer, or any place that sells Cleveland parts. I'm not worried about saving it. It's stuck in here. It's seized up in here. So it's probably not going to come out real easy anyway. So I'm going to just get mine out however I can. If I have to, I'll use a punch and bend it to break the seal loose and get it out. Whatever I got to do to get it out. But make sure you do not compromise your block. You don't want to hurt the block, because then you're not going to be able to put a new one in here and it's sealed properly. Okay, so I tried heating the block up a little bit and getting a pair of needle nose pliers and put the jaws in here and try to hit it to break it loose. It's not coming loose. So what I'm probably going to do is taking a punch and just punching this out, breaking the seal loose, and then pulling it out, because like I said, I got a new one I'm using anyway. I'm just going to try and dent this plate and break that seal, that rust seal loose. So. There we go. Well, like I said, this right here is now no longer usable, clearly. So, but you can order a new one of these and put back if you want that style. Okay, so I'm not putting this in here permanently yet, because I still got to get the machine work done to the block. But essentially all this does, there's no sealant that requires to put this in, anything like that. It literally just drops in the hole. You tap it in with a hammer after you clean your surfaces. Just be careful not to bend it. This is aluminum. But it will sit down in that hole, and you just tap it in all the way around until it sits flat. Be very careful. Get you a size socket that'll fit inside the radius here, snug. That way you don't bend it, and just tap it in lightly. Okay, just to give you a real quick shot of what it looks like inside. This is what it looks like after you pull that restrictor plate out. So you just want to go through and clean that groove up, that line there, get all that rust out of there. But like I said, I'm not putting that other plate in there. I'm not going to put this plate in there until after it comes back from the machine shop, because I don't want them acid vetting this block with my aluminum piece in here. It'll dissolve to a piece of aluminum. So keep it out, do all your machine work, come back, pop it back in. Okay, so one more quick thing that I forgot to talk about while I had this out is, you see this little tiny pinhole in this. The whole reason for this pinhole, you don't want it completely blocked off. This pinhole is only there to let air bleed out as you're filling the system up. So you want some kind of a hole, and I thought about drilling out just a touch bigger, because I feel like over time, if you have little particles floating throughout the system, could jam it up, but it might not be an issue. I'm going to try it. Worst case, if it ever becomes a problem in the future, I can just pop this back out, drill it out a little bit, and put it back in. But I just wanted to point that out about the little pinhole and why it's there. Alright guys, well that's it. I just wanted to show you that real quick on this. Nice quick tip there. And nice upgrade that you can do to your 351 Cleveland. Like I said, unfortunately, you can't do it to the 400 modifieds. I don't know why they casted that in the block like that instead of putting a plate in it like this. This was a much brighter, smarter, better idea, obviously. But I guess they saved money by just casting it into the blocks on the 400 modifieds. Anyway, for the Cleveland, though, you can do this modification. If you got a 400 modified, you just have to JB weld you a plate on top and drill a hole in it, I guess. You get the same effect, essentially. But anyway, so that's all there is for this one. Nice quick tip little video. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I'd appreciate that as well. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the drop box down below and I'll get back to you as always. And thank y'all for watching. So until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.